How you doing? Okay, welcome to Mask Monday. It's pudding jelly mask sheet. Hold on. Sorry. Uh, yeah, it's all in French. Grape, anti-wrinkle, essence, jelly. Tony Moly. Good product line. Okay. How long you leave it on for? How to use. After you wash face, open pouch, take out mask, put on your face. 10 to 20 minutes. Oh, okay. Let's go with that. Okay, how is everybody? I saw this. Somebody sent it to me. And by the way, thank you, because this is probably the cutest thing. This reminds me of... Oh, you open it up down here. I was doing the drain other way. This reminds me of Supernatural. There's a scene... Well, there's an episode where Sam and Dean are stuck in a mental institution. It doesn't smell like grapes. Hold on. It smells pleasant. It's very gooey. Okay. Oh, it's slime. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this. Come on, can you do this? Oh, I think I found the end. Did I find it? No. Okay. So I separated part of it. We're doing this well. Oh, I think I found a seam. I found a seam. I know this is going to feel so good on my face. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. It does not fit my whole face. And when they say this is a jelly face mask, they're not kidding. This is a jelly face mask. It's gel. It smells really good, nothing like grape. So 10 to 20 minutes, I think. Okay. Where is it? There it is. This still has a... This still... It's the mask. It's not me. This still has a lot of gel in it. It's gonna go in the fridge. Okay. Oh, it's upside down. Sorry. Yeah, 10 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna do 15. Alright? Deal? Okay. And then you tap it in afterwards. Okay. So in the... Supernatural episode I told you about, they were trapped inside a mental institution. And they were snooping around and everything, and they get caught by a nurse. And she's like, "What are you boys doing in here?" And Sam and Dean look at each other, and they have, oh, I forget, I think they might have been in the morgue with a body. And they kind of look at each other. There's like nothing for them to say. So Dean drops his pants and jumps up and down and says, "Pudding!" And you just assume that everything is jiggling. Okay. I find it enjoyable. Alright. So, about 7 months ago, I was talking to another YouTuber named Beautiful Lee. She's over in England. She's in Yorkshire. And she said, "Hey, why don't we do a box swap? I'll send you an English box and you send me a American." I'm like, "Sure." So without telling you guys, I signed up for BoxyCharm and I sent her the first box 7 months ago. It just came back. I mean, I want to look at all the crap they put on it. Seriously. So, sorry, Michelle. Truthfully, I haven't been getting Michelle's notifications. I'm going to have to go in and check on whether or not I'm still subscribed. You know how YouTube is. But she was very enjoyable. She has a child. What the hell? I don't know if it was the US, but I know it made it to England. I don't know when. But, okay. So, yesterday I was watching a YouTuber. I think it's Enjoy the Journey. They're RV people. And that's something, you know, hopefully in 13 years I could do, if I make it that long. And, they're I think they're probably younger than I am. And they were, at the start of the pandemic, they were at a RV park in Florida. And they're both funny people. I love them. And, at first everything's fine. They were at this RV park like 10 years before, and some of the same people are still there. And so the board, it's an HOA, a RV park where people pay money into the park and it gets beautified, and there are certain rules. Well, there are little, what are they, storage shacks? We have one in our backyard that every single lot has on there. And it has a bed, it has a washer dryer, it has, awnings on it to make it look like a little house. And what it is for, when people come to visit for like a long weekend, they can stay in that shack. And it's on everybody's lots. And the woman's son was staying in one of those shacks. And people the board complained that they have 3 cars on their lot and they're only allowed 2. So the owner of the lot talked to another owner, and they said, hey, you can go park on his lot. He don't mind. And they were like, okay, cool. So they go down there and park. And then the board said, you can't park there. And they're like, well, we have permission from the owner. Well, the owner has no right to give you permission. No, 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 no. Not our owner, the owner of the lot. And they were like, no, we still don't want you there. They did 3 videos of the harassment they had been getting. The board members would come down at weird hours and just walk behind their trailer. They would move their stuff that they had outside. And this is during the pandemic. You don't want anybody touching your stuff. And they would lie. And then, they one morning they were like having their coffee and they heard them out there. So the woman went out or put her head out, and the guy was in back videotaping the people, getting their responses. And the woman's like, hello, who's back there? And they're like, us, we're doing an inspection. And she's like, hey, as a common courtesy, could you text us the next time you decided to show up here? Well, we're the board. That's what the guy said. We're the board. You don't have courtesy because you're on the board? And then they actually called the police on them. The board called the police on this couple because why was it? Oh, because they had their son, or one of the woman's son, living in there. And they're like, look, everybody has one here. That's why he's staying here. That's what it's here for extra people. And they're like, yeah, that is not a residence. You can't stay in there. And he goes, but everybody else does it. And the cop's like, 2 wrongs don't make it right. And he goes, but look, it has to go through coding, the state of Florida's coding commission or whatever, so I can't do anything about it. And he's like, oh, okay, good. So then they go on, and now the pool's closed in this resort area. And that's what they call it. They call it a RV resort area. And the pool is closed, and the bathrooms have already been closed because the people on the board don't want to pay to have the bathrooms cleaned. They'll go around and clean everything else, but not the bathrooms. So they were like, no, we're just going to close them. People are paying.
My head hurts.
Oh, my sister has a headache.
Sorry.
Do you need caffeine?
Ow. Oh, shit.
She's cursing all the way down the stairs. What's wrong?
I just hurt my ankle.
You shouldn't take that downstairs. You should make Christian.
He's not here.
Christian didn't bring down her basket.
I didn't ask him to.
Well, he should know. This is a weekly occurrence. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's what happened. Anything. God, where was I?
You got cleaning to do down here.
I know.
Don't let your viewers see that side of you.
Could you just stop doing that? Okay. So, I totally lost place. Oh, so that happened. Where they closed down stuff because they don't want to clean it. And then the couple was riding through the community on their bicycles, because they're stuck in the community because there's a pandemic. You can't go anywhere. And they meet another RV couple and they start talking to them. And they're like, talking about what's been going on. And they're like, yeah, it's happened to us too. They call one of the board members Barney Fife. One bullet Barney Fife because she thinks she's the local law. And they're like, it's not right for them to act like cops in this community. You gotta go see these videos. I think they done 3 or 4 of them. They did a 5-minute update, so I consider that a fourth video. But it's enjoy the journey, I think it is. And they are just hilarious people. I gotta tell you, I I think I watched them before. It might not be them. I don't remember. But I was just rolling. I don't know how it got on my feed, but I was rolling. What else? Oh, they called the zoning commissioner on them, and the board called the owner of the pad that the people were renting from, and he told him, "Hey man, you're going to end up paying $50 a day for every day that kid's still living in that utility shed." And so the owner of the pad said, "Hey, you got to get him out." And they're like, "Okay." Uh, and they were going to lock the utility shed, change the lock. And it's like, if you do that, you're breaking the contract. And so they called the cops on them to keep the peace. And the cops like, "Look, I can't do anything. There's nothing, no order been for them to do this. But I can't stop them. But since you've paid rent, you can break the lock that they put on there and use it, because they're locking you out of something that you've paid for." They're like, "Oh, really? Thank you." So then the zoning commissioner guy comes and he goes, "Yeah, you can't have somebody living there." "Well, what's the process?" "Well, the process is I'm going to issue a warning. And then probably in about a month, I'm going to come back and I'm going to check. And then you'll get a court hearing. And uh, if you're found guilty, then they're going to have another hearing to decide how much money you owe." So it's a long, drawn out process. The commissioner made it sound like it was going to happen right then and there. That every day from then on, they were going to owe $50. So they couldn't do anything to get the kid out because their lease was up in a month. And that's all they said. "We're going to leave in a month. They did end up leaving early. They made a deal with the owner of the pad, who, by the way, sold the pad before they left because he was done with them. It's a really interesting story. They tell it so well. So I would go check them out. That's my little shout out. They don't need help. They don't need subscribers. They're doing very well. But I was watching that video going, "Oh my God, are you kidding me?" Okay, it's about 20 after. I'm sure that's 15 minutes. Well, hello. Oh, so gooey. So gooey. So moisturized. Well, hello. Did you like that when my sister came down? I'm putting this up. She can be the most. Okay, I like to put it on my hands because it's nice. It feels good. It's like a deep moisturization treatment for my hand. Okay, now I'm gonna throw it in the trash. My face is soaking wet with this stuff. Aqua. Okay, I was gonna put on everything on my face. Where is it? Do I have it over here? I was going to put on my skincare on film and talk to you. But it's taking forever to soak in because there's so much of it. I have got the biggest cheeks. My tooth is no longer hurting. Thank God. I had a meeting with my boss last Monday. No, last Friday. And she's like, "You're off the 5th and 6th, right?" And I go, "Yes." For my tooth. And she's like, "Okay." They're thinking it might be opening this week. But she's on vacation and she preferred if they didn't open this week. I am excited about it opening because I'll be able to see more people. But then again, I'm also not liking it because I'm going to see more people. I'm the one person that when you come up to and, if I'm alone in the lobby, there's nobody around. I have glass around me. I don't have my mask on. But as soon as I hear somebody walking down the hallway or the elevator open, I'm like, mask is on because I don't want any germs on me. But I'm not sure what this is. It might be an eye cream. I can't open it. So yeah, I'm not thrilled about people being around me because they don't social distance. They're supposed to, but a lot of them will walk by and they're like, "I don't think this is an eye cream. We're gonna try it as an eye cream, but first we're gonna use this. This is Dr. Botanicals Moroccan Rose Superfood Facial Oil. To use morning or night. Okay. Who doesn't love Dr. Botanical? It smells really good. I don't know what it smells like though. I thought my skin had absorbed all that jelly, but it hadn't. And now we will put the residue on our hands. I like that. Anytime. How was your guys' weekend? Mine was pretty good. I we had a birthday party on Sunday, and I was like, I forgot to buy a gift. I went to Walmart for the first time in 7 months. Aldi's is right next door. I love Aldi's. This smells really good. It doesn't smell like pomegranate, but it smells really good. My face is very moisturized. I have to do something about my lip hair. Okay, I'm also going to put on Pharmacy Daily Greens oil-free gel moisturizer with moringa and papaya. I don't know if I've ever used this before. It smells good. It's thicker than what it looks like. I put it on. It's very thick. Oh boy. I'm at 28 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Everything I just did poured moisture into my skin. And truthfully, I am fine with it because it is a very dry time of year. This past week, it was mainly freezing cold. And then I think Thursday, it got hot. It was like in the 80s. Which isn't really hot for St. Louis. But when you've been down in the 50s for a week, and then the next day, it was back down in the 50s on Friday. I got a hair in my mouth. Okay. Do I look like I've just come out of the shower? I did about an hour ago. Alright. You guys, I have not decided what I'm going to do with this. I think I'm going to put it in my Advent calendar. I have a 25 days of Christmas and a 12 days of Christmas Advent calendar. I'm still working on the 12 days. So I know there's at least one palette in here that's going to go into that. And then I'll probably put the other stuff into my giveaways. My weekly winners giveaways if they fit into the box. Alright, you guys, have a good day. I will see you in the next video. Oh, and I'm supposed to say, like and subscribe. I've been told to say that now. I've never said that. I figured if you liked it, you're going to like it. And if you like me, you're going to subscribe if you want to. There's no pressure. None. None at all. Aqua. Okay.